Hey, welcome back to World Entertainment. And it looks like Warner Brothers DC are getting desperate to try and convince people to go and see Shazam Fury of the Gods, which opens this weekend, as they've spoiled a major cameo in the movie. There's been rumours of this cameo, but seeing as the movie looks like it's going to be a massive failure, which is no surprise given what James Gunn has announced for the future of the DCU, I should say. They have pulled out their big guns to try and convince people. Now, this is a spoiler, so if you haven't seen or heard of this, be warned. But they have put it in the new trailer. This is how desperate they are. So, if you didn't see the trailer and you don't know, and you don't want to know, pause this, go watch the trailer and come back. But this is the spoiler. They've dropped in the trailer the inclusion of Wonder Woman. That's right, Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman is showing up in this movie. How much of a cameo is it? Don't know. But what we see is her arriving to Shazam and the family. She's walking away and he's doing the whole call me, and she says, keep dreaming, kid. Or stick to heroism or something, kid. They gave it away. They gave away their big cameo. Black Adam didn't even do that, and Black Adam was desperate to get people to go and see it, but they didn't reveal the Superman cameo. This is pure desperation. But why is the movie looking so grim with audiences? Because there's no point in seeing it. That's the problem. See, they were really in a no-win scenario with the whole announcing things. When James Gunn and Peter Safran took over DC, there was no possible way they were going to be able to wait an entire year before they started announcing things. There was no way they could string Henry Cavill along for a whole year, where people were going to expect and constantly be asking, what's the update on Man of Steel 2? What's the update? Every time Henry Cavill was in interviews, he was going to be asked, what can we expect from the next Superman? So when they pulled the trigger to get rid of him, because they knew they were getting rid of him, you immediately made the next 4 movies null and void. And now we're seeing the consequences of it. We see that he's announced that Cavill is gone. They're changing out Batman. They're changing out Superman. There's still talks of Wonder Woman being changed. Looks like Momoa's done with Aquaman. He's going to be probably Lobo. Christ knows what's happening with the Flash in terms of, are they keeping Miller? Are they not? Monumentally stupid idea if they keep him. So they weren't going to be able to string Cavill along, but if they announced he was gone, they would have to make announcements of what the plans were moving forward. Which meant, with them having to announce we're going in a new direction, you basically made these movies null and void. What's the point in seeing it? What is the point in seeing Shazam Fury of the Gods, knowing that these characters are not moving forward? If they do, which I think it was either Gunn or someone said, but I think it was Gunn responding to someone on Twitter, saying that Shazam is in his own little corner in the DCU, so he could easily be used in the future slate where it's not contradicting anything that's already been established in this new era, that he's been so separate that there's no problem with him muddying the water, basically. Well, he's wrong on all those levels, because in the first Shazam, Billy Batson, isn't it? His new stepbrother has Ben Affleck, Batman's Batarang. He has a poster, I'm pretty sure, of Aquaman. Pretty sure there was also a poster of Wonder Woman. Can't remember what he has of the Flash. And of course, even though we don't see his face, we see the Henry Cavill Superman suit at the end. Being that it's meant to be Henry Cavill's Superman that shows up in the school. Now we jump to Shazam 2 and we get Wonder Woman showing up in the movie. How is James Gunn trying to say there's nothing in those movies that would contradict what we're doing moving forward? Yes, there is. Tons of stuff. Just because he hasn't interacted with Batman or something doesn't mean you're not going to get that. Confusing. So, yeah, these characters are not moving forward. So what is the point going to see it? And someone has put in an image of their cinema in whatever area they're in. They said, bro, Shazam hasn't even sold a ticket for opening night in this guy's cinema. There's like one seat taken. One. That's not a good sign. And it looks like a fairly big screen as well, you know, in terms of the number of seats. So they are in pure panic and desperation mode, because they are trying everything to convince people to go. And apparently a couple of the actors and the director aren't happy that the Wonder Woman cameo has been released. The director even had to respond saying, well, I suppose they gave it away, but now you have an excuse to go and see the movie. Yeah, not good. So I'll leave it there for this one. Cheers. I'll catch you in the next one.